I was muted. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Evan Aldo here. Hope you guys are doing really well. Let's kind of get into it. The big thing here. What's up, Wonderbar? Hope you're doing well, man. The big thing here, your money flow is really good. VWAP coming up, going into the green, continuing forward, potentially, 120 by the end of the month that I've been talking about for a long time, kind of getting up to those points after our little, beginning of the month June correction, late May, early June correction, and then continuing, hopefully continuing forward. So that's kind of what we're looking at there. And then, that 2 day, really, really, really good. So I'm just trying to think here, like when you look at, kind of the money flow coming up, the kind of the jump there, potentially up farther, up to maybe, 150 doesn't even look that far away. I think end of year, you got a good shot. If you can get there by if you can get there by end of summer, then you could be up to 200, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. I do think 150 is more of the reasonable estimate by end of year. I guess you could argue that, double top or whatever, but people saying that are kind of, they're comparing it way too much to 2021. Nothing happens exactly the same. But 120 that would be your low end, mid end, 154, which mid end, by most likely. And then kind of after that, you're kind of just playing with fire, you're probably going to get your typical correction after that. But yeah, kind of what we looked at, in terms of corrections, you get up to that 150 and then you get your typical, 70% would bring you down to that 48 or something, that's kind of that big area there. It really depends, but if you were 150 and then 48 would be, or 45 would be pretty big depressor, but that's how Bitcoin moves a lot of times. So yeah, or let's say that's how always it's moved in the 4-year cycle. Money flow coming up a bit more on Ethereum. You're getting into the green there, so kind of a rare bullish sign. Really good on ETH. That jump a bit higher here. Trying to get up to 32. Maybe even 4K by early July, but that's probably a little bit too optimistic. I'm kind of more in the camp of the 3,200. Oh, you're right. Okay. Let me move. Where is this ideal? Probably here would be better, I guess. Yeah. Move this down. Thanks, Planty. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, shout out to Planty. We'll make this a little bit smaller, too, so we can see a little bit more. I don't know. Sometimes I liked it at the upper part, but yeah, you're right. It is blocking out all the prices there. Bottom left or bottom right? Yeah, we'll go bottom left. Why am I showing this? Oh, let me show the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin trade. The Bitcoin. Okay. Okay. So yeah, getting up to that 32, then maybe your summer lull. I think July is going to be your bear month, and then continuing forward there. That's what a lot of things would kind of point towards, I would argue, at least right now. Yeah, so if we look at, Elon deleted the mean tweets about Trump. So I think that's over. You may hear a couple more jabs at one another, but probably not too much. Anyway, yeah. And then if we look at, here we go. Fear and greed, this is a good estimate of like how much longer you will, kind of keep going. So we're at 55 right now. That was about a month, it looks like, maybe a little over a month, maybe mid-July, and then it could be August is your summer lull month, or you could be kind of like right here. It's hard to exactly say, but a lot would point to 3 to 5 more weeks maybe. So yeah. And if let's see here. So yeah, funding rates still negative on Bitcoin, so that means you probably have quite a bit more to go. And in my opinion, what are they on? Yeah, so still negative over on BitFi. And if you guys are interested in trading with BitFi, they've been making some really good improvements. I really like BitFi. Check it out. BloFin as well is great. Some really good deposit bonuses right here. As you can see, if you click the link down below or in the pin chat for BloFin, deposit 5K, get 1K bonus. That ends today. So you got about a couple more hours, I think, to do it today. Check it out if you guys are interested in trading. And, you know, the little freebie for a trade, which I think will, you know, work relatively well. A lot of the move already happened in my Bitcoin long that I got in. If you want to check out the Discord, yeah, I posted that one in Discord, up about $1,000, 50K long here. And what was I going to say? So if we look at, you know, something like this, you still got some potential. That's a 3-to-1. That's pretty damn good. It'll take time. You could even get almost a 2-to-1 like this. I'd probably tread along up to those areas for ETH. That would be a good, you know, don't risk more than you aren't comfortable losing, because anything could happen, but you know how it is. And what did, I know there were some smart tweets. Let's see. I know CryptoFace posted. I know he was bullish. And then, I wasn't even, forget who else posted, but, oh, we gotta watch this. Oh boy. Shout out to Miss Team Crypto. Oh man, I like this. Oh, that's just like the Lambo I rented in. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good.
I'm gonna be bullish on you, fam. It's great for those who just DCA'd. If you stacking sats and you trying to save, something like the house, something like the trade. I'm gonna do both, just ride the wave. When price drops, don't get angry. Man, that's just how the game be. I seen worse, nothing really pains me. I'm a Bitcoin bull, can't change me. It's the best assets of the old times, like the 1849 of gold mines. It's a gold rush happening in no time. Every 4 years gonna blow minds. Blessing, investing. When Bitcoin met me, it blessed me. Positive is just how I live. All I gotta say is stay zesty.
Okay.
By now, you should know that it's here to stay. When inflation and fiat is running away. I've been here since back in the day when they said it would never hit 100K. You trust the banks? Well, I trust the code.
Oh man.
Price predictions, I barely stress. Hit a middle in 5 years, maybe less. When it does, you'll see it on the daily zest. You should watch if you new or a clever trader. She's too cool, you can never hate her. She gotta be the #1 educator. Could explain Bitcoin to a 7th grader. Gotta say what's up to the super chat. Special shout out to the last tipper. Bitcoin best.
They went along on this. Okay.
Got my friends in a frenzy. We ain't even trying to be trendy. I'm a digital girl in a digital world. Out here repping it for Gen Z. We peer to peer cause the future's here. All grown up and permissionless. Now picture this, we're witnesses. By now you should know what the mission is. Crypto winner is so frigid, it's no gimmick, but I'm cold with it. I've been in it since 4 digits. Price going up with no limits. I'm cool fade like fine wine. Whenever I rhyme, come toast me. Grab the homie, raise a glass. One love to Satoshi. I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
Okay. Hopefully that didn't scare everyone away, but pretty good song. Pretty good song. I don't know if it's a sell. It could be a sell signal when you see stuff like that, but pretty good song. I like it. I like that. Pretty good. Yeah, probably a lot of work with the editing there. I mean, that was a long one. Those ain't easy to make. You know, give you a shout out to Cautious. Shout out to Miss Teen Crypto, Randy. So yeah. Shout out to Crypto Lifer. Shout out to all you guys. But yeah, anyway. I like some of this stuff.
Social order.
Too boring to listen to right now, but you know what I mean. Ray Dalio's got some good patterns. But anyway. Let's see. You know, ETH versus Bitcoin. I mean, I think this should turn, you know, start to jump up a little bit more. Consolidation. Yeah, I think it's generally kind of a bullish pattern, trigger wave. ETH should continue to outperform Bitcoin, but you could get, you know, kind of that double bottom area. It's kind of hard to say a little bit, but you know. And then, I mean, when you look at money flow, this stuff coming upward, looking damn good on ETH, you know, looking really good on ETH. And I mean, the same thing could probably be said for even like ApeCoin and, you know, other trash. I'm just kidding. But, you know, and then, you know, Triple Q, I would argue slightly new all-time high and then a rejection in July. It rhymes, so it's more likely to happen. You know, get everybody a little bit excited, and then, you know what I mean? I don't know if it'll come down that badly. Maybe something like, probably worst case would be there. Well, anything can happen, but, you know. And then hopefully kind of continuing forward into the end of the year up to, yeah, I mean, your general, you know, return on this for year to year is going to be, you know, 10 to 14% or whatever. So if you can get 14% pretty average year, and then, you know, Bitcoin at 150K probably at that point, there you go. That's your 4-year cycle. So, I mean, it gets down to the point where you're just trying to, you know, just trying to wait it out. Just trying to kind of wait it out a little bit. You know what I mean? You get through the hard stuff. Let's see here. I'm just trying to think what we want to kind of do here. And that's kind of going up there on the 2-day. Yeah. Daily trigger, trying to, yeah, they're just looking at the same thing, but yeah. Bitcoin dominance, I mean, I would think the yeah, now you're starting to look better with that money flow. It may go higher. I kind of think it's topped because it's looking toppy on these. Sideways to bearish, I would guess, but it could, you know. A little bit in between right now. So, yeah, hard to exactly say. Trading stocks, man. I mean, there's a few interactive brokers I've used. You know, they're all kind of the same. You know, I'm not the biggest stock, you know, kind of trader, but they're similar. I mean, Fidelity I've used is probably one's probably not considered not good to use. Interactive brokers, I think, is one of the better ones. TD Ameritrade I've used. Yeah. They're all similar. I mean, even if you use damn Robinhood, it's all kind of depends what you're trying to do. Speaking of Robinhood, there you go. Look, I got this completely right. This one, I drew this a while ago too, guys. I drew this like back here in March. I mean, it's not, I'm not always getting things perfectly correct, but that's kind of mapping out to your summer lull, which it probably, yeah. And I mean, when was I getting into, yeah, I think around here. Yeah, what a big jump. That was a big jump, yeah. All the way back up to, oh, almost new all-time highs. So that's the thing too. Like if you were to get into this, you know, big gains for Robinhood. Now, what can this do, you know, realistically into end of year? I mean, honestly, probably a lot of your, you know, probably reject from old all-time high, come down a bit, scare everybody away a little bit, and then maybe into end of year, early next year, get up to that 100 mark. So, I mean, a lot of this, I mean, I not to say it can't, you know, keep going, but, you know, we just got to draw out a few more. Yeah, I mean, after that, you'd be looking at 135. I don't even know if, because, yeah, they treated this like a meme stock, and then it fell off a cliff, and now all the way back, but, yeah. Yeah, interactive brokers is probably the best one to use. That's what I've had the most luck with, yeah. ETH versus Chain, let's see. Barachain. Never heard of that. Yeah, kind of new. Well, new to Coinbase at least. But, yeah, sure. Maybe it'll jump. Who knows? Hard to say there. ETH versus, well, let's go Link ETH is usually what I like to usually look at it the other way around. Yeah, I mean, it should be able to jump a bit. It should be able to try to do something.